What makes people all over America break down and cry like this? Call 1-900-9099-CRY and hear it for yourself. $2 for the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. If you're under 18, ask your parents before you call. 1-900-9099-CRY.
Then you see a pack of Hell's Angels going by, people are going to want to look. Next thing you know, cars. Because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined a street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back. Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you. I said, well, go talk to them. Find out what they want. And they came back. They go, they want to talk to you.
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006. Back in 2007, wound up going into Cannon. 2011. Came out of there, I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Stacks. I'm your host, Bill Stacks, and today we're going to talk about the new cases that are going on and this one individual from the Wawa shooting getting bailed out. And then we got a whole new case that just transpired out of Pennsylvania. This is a pretty wild one. You guys aren't going to believe this, but before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother's sister's friend about Chatting with Stacks, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. Make sure you check out Patreon for exclusive content you can't get anywhere else. You can't get it on YouTube because they censor a lot of things. So go over to Patreon, check it out. Check out Spotify. We're on a bunch of different platforms. Check out Spotify. I'm trying to build the numbers over there on Spotify. I think we got 300 and something people over on Patreon. Make sure you join the Patreon family. We're growing, and I couldn't be happier where we're at with that. So make sure you guys go check that out. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chatting with Stacks, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chats, Zelle, all that good stuff. Every dollar goes right back into the show so I can bring you guys the best content possible. So loud, what's going on? Shout out to North Carolina and the Boondocks. I appreciate you taking the time. Keegan, how are you? Jonathan, good afternoon. Everything is great. Jonathan, Scrap Iron is in the building. What's good, man? STMC, Yo Mama's House. Paula, good afternoon. Herman, how are you? STMC, hit that like button. Thank you, man. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. So we're going to start off with the first case at hand. This situation. So this individual has bonded out of the whole Wawa shooting thing that happened over there in Pennsylvania between the unknown bikers and the Pagans. This is a couple individuals when they were getting busted. I believe that's the guy up there in the top middle. I think that is the guy with the glasses, Eric Rosenberger, from what I can see. But a lot of people got busted. You already know. So that's it's still 6 people. So 5 now are still in prison. So the guy on the bottom right, boom, he bonded out. His case is not, by any means, it's not like gone or anything like that. So we're going to talk about how the hell did he get out, right? So it says here, Pagans member charged in shootout, West Norriton Wawa wins bid to reduce bail. George Hripto Jr. posted a $99,000 cash bail through a bondsman. He was released pending May's trial. So he got out just in time. I mean, he's got 1 month until his trial starts. Norristown, a member of the Pagans Outlaw Motorcycle Gang. We know it's not a gang, it's a club, but the media spins the shit. But it says here, Pagans Outlaw Motorcycle Gang won his bid for reduced bail, posted it, and will remain free with special conditions while he awaits trial on charges he conspired with 5 other club members during a confrontation with rival biker gang on a parking lot in Wawa in West Norriton Township. George Hripto Jr., 50 years old, with the 200 block of East 4th Street, Bridgeport, posted a $99,000 cash bond through a bondsman this week, and he was released from the Montgomery County Correctional Facility to await his May 18th trial on charges of aggravated and simple assault, reckless endangering other persons, riot in connection with alleged 9:12 p.m. October 17, 2025 altercation and shooting that occurred with 2 members of a rival unknown bikers motorcycle gang on a parking lot in the Wawa at 2544 West Main Street in West Norriton, during which 6 people, including 2 innocent bystanders, were wounded. I mean, this guy was filling up his air and his tire was shot in the jaw. That's pretty bad. And a woman that was standing at the door of the Wawa was shot in the stomach. As conditions of bail, Hripto to have no contact with alleged victims, witnesses, or co-defendants in person, by cell phone, in writing, or by email. Hripto cannot possess firearms and must stay away from Wawa according to conditions of release. So I guess the only thing he could do is let out some smoke signals, right? Hripto was previously held on a $500,000 cash bail after his arrest last October. I mean, that type of money is just insane. Of course, you're not going to be able to bail out for that, right? But in an order dated from March 26, Montgomery County judge granted his request for a reduction of bail and modified bail to a $99,000 cash. During the hearing in March, Hripto argued that $500,000 was effectively unattainable, and that he and his family have suffered significant hardships due to his continued detention. I mean, he can't work. He can't support his family. He was probably the breadwinner of the family. You know that a lot of times this is what happens. I mean, look what happened down in Texas with the whole Waco thing. A lot of people were taken away from their families, and they were the number one breadwinners. So you know how many people went homeless and couldn't eat food because their breadwinners were gone? Because they were all being held in jail for no fucking reason. The defense lawyer for Hripto argued that Hripto serves preliminary caregiver or a primary caregiver, financial provider for multiple family members. As consistent and legitimate employment as an electrician and is effectively involved in the community. He attends church, an appropriate candidate for release on reduced bail. Petitioner is a lifelong resident in Montgomery County with deep family, community, residential ties. He does not possess a passport and poses no flight risk. They wrote on court papers seeking the bail reduction. Hripto is among 9 Pagan members who were originally charged in connection with the alleged incident, but last month, Furman dismissed all charges against Eric Dixon, 33. Eric Dixon, let's see here. Which one is that? Right there on the bottom, but with prejudice, right? So that means they can bring it back at any time. So it's not like they didn't just drop the charges and that's it. They dismissed all charges against Eric Dixon and Luke Higgins is the other guy. Looks like a young kid. Additionally, Pagan member Jason William Lawless, we all know who that is. That's the guy that's probably going to end up testifying. Pagan member Jason William Lawless, 46, pleaded guilty to misdemeanor charges of simple assault, conspiracy to commit simple assault in connection with the incident, and was sentenced to 145 days, already served to 23 months in jail, to be followed by 23 months of probation. The trial for Hripto and 5 other Pagan members will begin with jury selections on May 18th. The trial is expected to last several weeks. 5 other men awaiting trial. Let's see here. Bam. 5 other men awaiting trial are Eric Rosenberger, 46. George Seawick, 51. He has another case too, a whole separate case other than this, where him and someone else allegedly forced a woman off the road and brandished guns and all this stuff. Some wild story. Manuel Santos, 34. Joel Hernandez Martinez, 36. Justin Knoll, 34. Furman previously denied Hernandez Martinez position to modification of his $500,000 cash bail, according to court records. Now, why would they deny his bail reduction? During the pretrial hearings, Assistant District Attorney suggested that the Pagans, a dominant motorcycle club in Pennsylvania, felt disrespected when the unknown bikers had requested permission to be in the Pagans' territory. Oh, when they hadn't requested permission. Gunshots rang out during the confrontation. A male bystander was shot in the face just below the eye while putting air in his vehicle's tires. A female bystander was shot in the torso as she stood at the door of the Wawa, according to testimony. Additionally, 3 members of the Pagans, including Seawick, Knoll, and Hernandez Martinez, were shot, and 1 member of the unknown biker gang was shot, it says. During pretrial hearing, defense lawyers for the Pagans have argued that charges should be dismissed, pointing to testimony that 13 of the 14 fired cartridges were found at the scene were fired from a gun linked to the 2 members of the unknown bikers. So they're saying that the unknown bikers are the guys that pulled the weapons out and started shooting, who were not charged in connection with this incident. Defense attorneys suggested that prosecutors ignored that it was the unknown bikers who decided to fire their guns in a public area and who were responsible for all the gunshot injuries. I mean, they're labeling this a self-defense type of case, but prosecutors contended the unknown biker members acted in self-defense. They argued that none of the victims would have suffered gunshot wounds if the Pagans had not entered the Wawa parking lot and intimidated and attacked on the rival motorcycle gang. The investigation determined that 2 members of the unknown biker gang arrived at the Wawa around 9:08 p.m. and were pumping gas when they were confronted by multiple members of the Pagans. Through view of various video sources, because this whole thing was caught on so many different cameras. Next time you go to a gas station, look up and count how many cameras there are. There are probably like 100 cameras there. I mean, I don't know if you can see any in this picture. Probably not. But there's a lot. I mean, every single pump has probably 5 cameras, right? and it's lit up pretty good. So they have 4K video of this whole situation. Inside, out of the store, all over the parking lot. Like, I mean, this is all on video. It says, through review of video sources, the Pagans bypassed the initial entrance of the Wawa and entered a secondary entrance and immediately worked in tandem surrounding the two members of the unknown biker gang. The detective said that the alleged, after the arrest affidavit, collective nature of their movements was not to intimidate but to overpower the rival group. Detectives said the Wawa parking lot was a busy location with a steady flow of customer traffic. Law enforcement reviewed various video angles and identified approximately 23 individuals placed at risk of death or serious bodily injury. This danger was instigated by the actions of the Pagans, they said. The collective manner in which the Pagans entered the parking lot, positioned themselves, promptly started attacking the other individuals, revealed coincides disregard for employee safety and patrons of the Wawa and their rivals. The investigation was conducted by members of the blah, blah, blah. So it looks like they're not going to reduce bail for one of these individuals, but we'll see about the rest of them, right? So the guy on the bottom right, he's out on bail. But that doesn't say anything. He's still going to be there at trial, right? So the other guys, all the other guys without the X's are still going to trial. Joel Martinez, George Seawick, Manuel Santos, Eric Rosenberger, and Justin Knoll. They're all, I think one of these other guys is out of prison because of their injuries from the shooting. That's what I heard, that one of them is out. So we'll see what happens with that. Jason, what's going on, man? Jimmy, how are you? Ken, what's good? Wawa has good cameras. I mean, just go in the store and look. You'll see them everywhere. Everywhere. You can't go anywhere in a parking lot of Wawa without cameras everywhere. So we got another story. Pepper, what's going on? Craig, how are you? Thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate all you guys. Yo Mama's house is in the building. So this next case is pretty wild. This is out of Pennsylvania, too. And this is kind of breaking news, if you guys aren't aware. So this involves the Pagans as well, right? Now, this is it's a pretty wild one. So strap on your fucking seatbelts for this one. So two Pagans have been arrested, right? Two Pagan gang members held in jail on bail after preliminary hearing for a case that happened in January. Two Lower Burrell men, who police say are members of the Pagans Motorcycle Gang, are being held at the Westmoreland County Jail on $300,000 bond following January assault at Mogie's Irish Pub. Robert Browne, 27, and Devin Colucci, 25, face charges of robbery, assault, theft, harassment, disorderly conduct, and criminal mischief. Colucci was additionally charged with possession of a prohibited weapon. All charges are held for a court preliminary hearing Tuesday, March 31st. A 70-year-old victim told police that on January 22nd, Browne and Colucci beat him up, ripped his shirt off, and broke his glasses. According to a criminal complaint, surveillance footage from the bar verified the event showed Browne wearing a knit cap with Pagans on it and a hoodie with the SS symbol on it. The victim told police he was wearing an Outlaw OMG shirt. Symbols on the shirt he described to police are common reference to the Outlaw Motorcycle Club. So this guy had a support your local outlaw shirt on, right? And these two guys, I guess they got a call and went to the bar and said, you can't wear that shirt. Take it off. And obviously he said no. I'm not taking it off. So it says here, they referred to the Outlaw Motorcycle Club, rivals to the Pagans. He told police he was eating lunch at the pub and 2 other men affiliated with the Pagans were there. About 10 minutes later, he said Browne and Colucci showed up. The man told police he got his food to go and left. But Browne and Colucci followed him into the parking lot. And when he went back into the bar and restaurant and spoke to Colucci and told him, you know you're not fucking leaving here with that shirt on. Colucci then told the bar in the victim's house where Pagan territory, and he wasn't allowed there. Wow. So he told them the bar and the victim's house were in Pagan's territory, and he wasn't allowed there, according to the complaint. Then he went back into the bar area. Colucci pulled him from the bar, and Browne ripped off his shirt, leaving the 2 sleeves still on his arms, he told police. He fell to the ground where he was kicked in the head, neck, and groin, according to the complaint. Police were able to identify the men from the video from the previous interactions. Colucci was arrested on March 5th during a traffic stop where he was found with a handkerchief and a metal padlock tied to it, a known Pagan's weapon used for striking people. That's a jail type of shit. I mean, lock and a sock type shit, right? But he had a handkerchief on a padlock. He got arrested for weapon possession for that. Colucci was held on an additional $25,000 bond for the weapons charge. The men's formal arraignment is scheduled for May 20th. So next month, they will be arraigned in about, almost 2 months. They will be arraigned. What do you guys think of that? This guy's 70 years old. They beat him up. And they told him he can't be in the bar. They ripped his shirt off and left the sleeves on. But this guy supports a motorcycle club, right? But he's talking to the cops and told them the whole story. I mean, he didn't even have to talk, I don't think. They had it all on video, right? Hey, T, what's going on? Mike, how are you? Most clubs don't bother with support gear. Don't wear it and you are prepared to fight, or don't wear it prepared to fight for it. What is wrong with people like high school shit? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's pretty wild stuff. But they're both being held on a $300,000 bond. That one guy is being held on $325,000 bond for the weapons charge. That's pretty crazy. I never heard of that. Someone being arrested for a lock tied to a fucking handkerchief. That's insane. So someone was saying yesterday that it was a different motorcycle club that she was affiliated with, right? I haven't really done a lot of research on it, but that's all the reports that I read said that she was affiliated with, she was in a relationship with a former outlaw in Canada. So if it was a different motorcycle club, I'll find out and I'll let you guys know. Now we got to talk about a couple of crashes that have happened. West Lampeter Township man dies after motorcycle crash. West Lampeter Township man. God damn it. What the hell? Now it's not letting me click on the damn thing. Well, West Lampeter Town man has died from a motorcycle crash, all right? One person was killed in Hale Rogers Parkway We have learned the names of those individuals in a deadly motorcycle crash at Clay Liesel Country Line, state police said. Sam Minton, 43, of Manchester, lost control of his motorcycle and hit a guardrail. He was flown to the University of Kentucky hospital and he's in stable condition. The passenger of the motorcycle, Shelley Minton, 46, was pronounced dead at the scene. And I would imagine that was probably his wife. That's a sad situation. It says neither one was wearing a helmet. Officials say Clay County 911 said on social media that a portion of the parkway was impacted after the crash, but is now open. It says, this is the original story. One person has died following a crash involving a motorcycle on Hale Rogers Parkway. The passenger was killed. The person's name was not released. The condition of the person driving the motorcycle is not known. According to Leslie County 911 officials, the crash happened at mile marker 32 and 33. Officials said the crash was caused for the section of the parkway to be shut down. Traffic heading westbound was being rerouted onto Hayden Spur onto Highway 421 going towards Clay County. Officials said they are expected for road closure for at least a couple of hours. That's sad. I mean, a guy's riding with his wife, right? He crashes into a guardrail. His wife goes flying. She passes away, and he's in critical condition. He's going to wake up. His wife's going to be gone. That's pretty sad situation. Now, this is a terrible case, right? This is out of New York. Mendami's, New York. And this is a terrible, terrible situation. So manhunt is on for suspects. NYPD seeks second suspect in deadly shooting of a baby girl. This is out of Brooklyn. A man is now in custody in connection with a deadly shooting of a baby girl in Brooklyn. Police are asking the public's help to track down the second suspect. Authorities said the infant was killed by a stray bullet fired by one of the men as the pair rode on a moped. Police launched an urgent search for the second man, the driver, gathering much information as possible in this gut-wrenching case. The baby, 7-month-old Corey Peterson Moore, was fatally shot in front of her parents while sitting in a stroller on the corner of Humboldt and Moore Street in Williamsburg around 2:20 p.m. Wednesday. So this is the fucking afternoon, like we're in the middle of the day. Like, how does something like this fucking happen? Is this the type of world we have to live in now? I mean, 7 months old. This is like, and Mandami wants to have fucking counselors go handle this type of shit. No. So let's take a look at this.
Police are launching an urgent search for that second person of interest in the fatal shooting of that 7-month-old girl, a gut-wrenching case, and witnesses describe those awful moments after she was shot.
I just saw when he took the baby, when the dad was screaming, "Save my baby," and the mother was screaming at the top of her lungs.
That baby now identified as 7-month-old Kiori Patterson Moore. Surveillance video showing the two men police are linking to the infant shooting death in broad daylight. The image is showing two men on a moped, one driving, the other pointing a gun. Authorities saying shots were fired into a crowd of people near Humboldt and Moore Streets around 1:20 p.m. Wednesday. Police saying it appears to have been a gang-related shooting. The target not yet clear. But caught in that gunfire, police say little Kiori and her mother, who was pushing the infant in a stroller. The mother running into a nearby deli for safety when she saw her daughter bleeding. The baby rushed to Woodhull Hospital, where she was later pronounced dead. The mayor expressing his condolences.
Too many parents have had to bury those that they love the most. We cannot accept this as normal in our city.
And Police Commissioner Tisch saying these surveillance images moments after the shooting capture those now wanted men crashing their moped into an oncoming car nearby. That collision, both from their bike. The rear passenger rushed to Brooklyn Hospital. He's now detained for what police say is an unrelated investigation. The moped later found several blocks away. And now police are after that second man last seen running towards the Marcy houses. The police commissioner saying bloodhounds were brought in to try and find him. Police now urging anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers.
I mean, that's a sad situation. Terrible. If that's like any cue on how it's going to be this summer, because, I mean, spring is just starting to happen, right? So this summer is going to be a brutal. It's going to be bad. What do you guys think? I want to know what you guys think. We got another case to talk about. This is out of Australia. The Comancheros Motorcycle Club. Or New Zealand. My bad. Skyfall Empire, the rise and ruin of the Comancheros, Courier King. In the shadow architecture of organized crime, fortunes can be built with breathtaking accountability and collapse just as quickly. For Lorenz Smith, a senior figure within the Comancheros Motorcycle Club, the heights were as staggering as the fall was. At just 26 years old, Smith lived a life blurred by lines between excessive enterprise. Authorities say he earned upwards of $500,000 a year, more than a New Zealand judge, by orchestrating a sophisticated airborne drug trafficking network that funneled methamphetamine across vast stretches of the country. His operations were not street level, but calculated logistics, flights, couriers, coordination that transformed the skies into artilleries and made illicit trade. Or arteries, my bad. A life above the law. Smith's world was one of contradictions. While communities across New Zealand grappled with the devastating grip of methamphetamine addiction, he was reportedly vacationing in Bali, enjoying the spoils of the trade that have left a trail of broken lives in its wake. Investigators later revealed the scale of the operation. More than 30 kilograms of the Class A drug moved through networks alongside millions of dollars in cash. The logistics required precision, timing, trust, and an understanding of law enforcement blind spots. It was, in many ways, a corporate structure dressed with criminal intent. But behind the profits lay something darker. Methamphetamine is not just another drug. It is a substance that erodes families, fuels violence, and hollows entire communities. The wealth Smith had amassed came at a cost of others that was forced to pay. The Comancheros Motorcycle Club, long associated with transnational criminal activity, operates on a code of loyalty hierarchy for its members like Smith. Alliance to the club can become all-consuming, a defying identity that demands both risk and sacrifice. The loyalty, prosecutors argued, is what kept Smith embedded in the operation, even as stakes escalated, in the same structure that enabled his rapid rise also tendered him to a system where exit was rarely simple and often impossible. The unraveling came not with a dramatic shootout, but through the slow, methodical work of investigators piecing together a sprawling conspiracy. Surveillance, financial tracking, intelligence sharing exposed the inner workings of an airborne network. When the case finally reached the court, the image was untouchable. Success gave way to stark reality. Smith was sentenced to 10 years in prison, a decade, not just of punishment, but of absence, time stripped from his youth, from opportunity, from any illusion that the lifestyle was sustainable. There is a cruel simile there in Smith's story. For years, he profited from a substance that robbed others of their future. Now his own future is defined by confinement. So he traded profits for ruining other people's lives. But he only got 10 years in prison. So, I mean, that's not the end of his life, right? His case serves as more of a cautionary tale. It is a window into how modern criminal networks operate, sophisticated, mobile, and deeply embedded in global pathways. It also underscores the enduring truth that no amount of wealth can insulate against accountability. In the end, the empire Smith helped build was never as stable as it seemed. It was constructed on risk, sustained by harm, and designed to collapse under the weight of its own ambition. For the communities affected, the damage lingers far longer than any prison sentence. And for Smith, the life he once lived, jet-setting, high-earning, untouchable, now exists only as a memory, eclipsed by the reality of a prison cell. The skies his highway to profit has closed. So what do you guys think of that situation? I mean, this guy threw his life away, man. I mean, 10 years isn't the rest of your life, but hey, no, grow, what's going on, man? Scrap iron, what's good? We got a lot of people in the house. We got 30 people in the house. Make sure you hit that like button. T, how you doing? So I got a lot of interviews dropping today. Part 3 of Chris's story. Then I got another guy I'm going to be introducing you to very soon after Chris's interview's done. If you want to see it first, join the membership. You can see the full interviews. Go over to Patreon. You don't have to see them all chopped up, part 1, part 2. I'm trying to make them longer for you guys. I know you like longer videos. Make sure you check out Christine's interview from last night. She has a great book about her father. Her father was a capo in the Colombo crime family. I'll show you guys the cover. But that interview is out now. Christine Patrizio. My father was a Colombo capo, and he was involved with the war. He picked the arenas over the Persicos, so the story's pretty wild. This guy was the real deal. He was the one calling shots, and people were getting murdered all over the place. So make sure you check out that interview. It's pretty good. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. There's a lot of content coming. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of interviews today, so stay tuned for some more new interviews on Chatting with Stacks. If you want to tell your story on Chatting with Stacks, just hit me up at billstacks2021@gmail.com. And if you want to get some merch, hit me up. I'll have coffee cups soon. But we got hoodies, t-shirts. Just let me know what you want, and we will make it happen. The best way to reach me is on Facebook. Get what design you want. We got a whole bunch of cool-ass designs. But I hope you guys have a great day. Easter's coming up. I got to go to church. You already know the deal. But thank you guys. hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chatting with Stacks, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch. Peace.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged, and investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.